Alright guys, Supreme Kami here. So today we are going to be taking a look at the Gundam F91, the Harrison version of it. So this one initially, when it first came out as for the original exchange, I did not get a single copy of it. So I just kind of grinded everything today. So I did get a copy of everything, maxed out those EX skills so we can just kind of take a look at their maximum output as they are in the EX skill level 10 etc. Keep that in mind, you can also get the Harrison Martin as the pilot, so definitely was the just getting as well just for the for the middle shooter job license, and just for that just for the what is it, when you max this one out, that's going to be like a 10 free points that is going to be added to your middle shooter job license if you have not completed yet. So yeah, what does this one even do? Okay, so piercing EX skill, huh? So it's not gonna be that good, obviously, but this has some, pretty decently stats, so it's not the worst, for example. So let's take a look at the F91 Harrison version. So this is what we are looking at. So yeah, it's gonna be in this dark, really dark navy blue color scheme with that orangey color, so not that bad. I do also have the original F91 as for the comparison, so I think they should look the same, right? In terms of the sizing, scaling wise, I think they should be identical. I don't think there's anything taller or shorter. So yeah, so if you do get this one, you can definitely recolor it and then turn it into the original F91. But do granted, you're not going to be able to use this EXU this one a bit. Yeah, but other than that, in terms of the special gimmicks, so we can go over to the paintings section, modified parts, and then effects. You guys can see that all those, like what is it, on those arms, those panels just open up, and then as far as the leg portion of it, the back caps up right there does reveal a little bit more of, like, thruster eased up, so not too bad overall. So that's gonna be pretty much it as for the unit itself. So let's take a look at the alteration right now, because this one is actually pretty good, not gonna lie. This one is actually pretty good. So starting up the head part, so obviously this one having this an awakening, not gonna be something that I will gear towards using on an actual build, putting on the actual EXU slot. Probably not gonna be doing that. But this one, the full power mode, this one is gonna be raising your speed by 20%, raises your melee and shot by respectively 29 and then 39%, so it's not that bad. You can definitely get some good value out of it, but like I said, once again, this one being an awakening, this kind of limits its ability to just be effective, because I would probably use other EX skill rather than using this one. But if you're talking about this build specifically, oh, there's only 3 EX skill, yeah, go ahead, because you can definitely raises the potential of your output with both EX skill and stuff. But yeah, what about the stats and the vortex? Federation and Neck Commander, it's not the worst. Shot department definitely 8k, and then almost 3k for the defense. Okay, pretty respectable numbers right there. What about the torso? Look at those stats. Those stats are pretty much evenly distributed, so that's good to see. Not that bad. As for the EX skill, we have the Mega Machine Gun Cannon. So this one's going to be doing a DPS B plus power, 11 magazine. The only thing to worry about this EX skill and the other one, as for the Whisper, you're not losing that much. This one is still 11 magazine, while this one does bump up to a B plus power. So you're not losing a whole lot if for example, you're not able to alterate it because you don't have the alteration light tool. It's completely fine. I think you guys should save up on those material and alterate it anytime you want, because these are permanent. But other than that, B power should be sufficient enough already. But like I said again, the status is definitely very good distributed. What about the armed portrait here? Whew. So we have a double condition that's going to be on the back, and double EX skill power, you say? Okay, this one is really solid. It's just unfortunate that the Vortex is kind of in a scramble. So I will. This one is definitely going to be on that sub slot for say, because this one is the arm plus integrated shield. We also do want the shield to gain a portrait, so that's why we will not be using this one in the main build or like in the front, right? This one is definitely going to be geared towards that sub slotting only. But these tags definitely ruins it. Federation, I can see that it's becoming one of those tags that they are focusing, just because this week when they released it, the big scale hiding Gundam. That one is a little bit geared towards having, you know, let's say having Federation activated. So this one could be a good conjunction now, just because of this right here. But not bad. A whopping 70% EXQ power boosted. Count me in, man. As a free to play part, this one is good. But on the other hand of it, this one is only to the back part only, so your other slots are not gonna be benefiting from anything at all. So yeah, but what about the legs? So stat wise, is looking pretty good. Those stat are definitely not as bad as you think they would be. Like these stat right here are very much comparable to some of your older generation of those so high tier parts. So yeah, so Power Crab has done a big damage to those older Socket suits. But in terms of the parts for this one is a very good one to be picking up. So the first portrait is definitely gearing towards that enemy power reduction type. This one specifically for melee, so 30% off that when you are using a rifle category. And then when you have commander activated as the vortex, you do get an EXQ cooldown by 20%. So for anyone that needs something of this caliber for your shooting range build, this one is definitely going to be a handy dandy for you guys. So this one definitely must alterate, must max out portrait level 10, etc. So going over to the back part now, so stat are going to be like this throughout this overall unit, just pretty well rounded, just pretty evenly distributed, if you will. So Federation and then Commander once again, so not bad. Whisper, so this one, if you don't alterate it, maxing out, you're only getting 7 magazines. So of course this one you want to alterate it, because you do want to get a little bit more magazine out of it. So that's that. B plus power and D pierce right there. Moving over to the beam Saber, let's kind of take a look. Stat of this one is not, I wouldn't call it anything that's terrible. It's kind of okay-ish around. What about the portrait? This is where I'll say it's kind of funny, because they're talking about type neutral. So when you're fighting, so it depends on what kind of build you guys are looking at. So if you are in a type neutral situation, that is going to be when you're able to benefit from all these good portraits. So honestly, if you're talking about, let's say HP or not HP, the typing restriction, the usability on this one is definitely going to be very limited, just because of the fact that most likely, like two-thirds of the time you will be fighting either type advantage and type disadvantage. That means that these two portraits are not going to practice, so it's only going to be good depending on what kind of enemy you're, or what enemy is not type advantage or disadvantage, then you good. But other than that, this portrait is seemingly kind of ridiculous in a way. I don't know, just alright, not good in my opinion. Take a look at the beam rifle, not bad, 10k, the right on the spot. Portrait wise, ooh, a squad damage plus 300, huh? So this one is going to be a flat out all, like everyone in your builds, your allies, like in your multi-mission, everyone is getting that flat out 300. So yeah, this is this is funny that they're doing for squad, squad damage, but man, 300, like I don't know, man. This one no good in my opinion. But moving over to the beam launcher, let's see what we have. This one, on the other hand, the secondary portrait does kind of redeem itself, but first portrait is a no. Secondary portrait, when attack with beam, squad all power boost by 25%. So this part of it I will definitely live with it. It's not bad. So if you feel like you need something of this caliber, this one, let's say the beam launcher is definitely a good recommendation, because this one is gonna be a lot of good support that you're doing right there. So that's not bad. 25%. This one on the other hand was the damage version. Oh my gosh, the damage, the one with the damage in the actual portrait, those allow you to hit a higher digit. So but this one overall is not that bad. I'll definitely say in terms of this F91 one a bit, our part is definitely worth getting, just because just 70% for back part specifically. So I still think it's pretty good. Blade wise, yeah, definitely really good as well for that EXQ reduction, because like we have not really seen 20% all that often nowadays. So just having that one right there is definitely really solid. This one very situational, not really going to be recommending that. But yeah, other than that, so we do have the arm part, leg parts, and then the beam launcher. I think those are definitely really good. So up next, I'm just gonna be quickly going to a quick multi-mission. Gonna be trying out those EXQ and see how they perform. I'm pretty sure they should have exactly the same EXQ animation as the original F91, so I'm not really going to be expecting anything too much out of it. So we'll be right back. Alright, so we are in. So I'm actually going to be taking a look in this at the crew multi-mission here. So I'm going to be trying out what kind of damage we are dealing here. So roughly about 70,000 to 80,000. That's not too bad. Type disadvantage down to roughly about 40,000. A little bit of some damage drop right there. So it's not too bad overall. So I'll definitely take that. Obviously, after alteration, we will definitely be peaking a little bit higher, as expected from anything. Alright, so let's try out the Whisper. Okay, so we're roughly dashing out 100, I want to say 180 to 200,000. So that's definitely really good. This one right now only does have 4 magazines, unfortunately, so we do have to alterate it to kind of take advantage of this having a little bit more. So, yeah. Alright, so type advantage, we do jump up to all the way to 200 plus thousand, so yeah, pretty strong. So now activating this default power mode. So what are we doing? Wow, so these are pumping up to 120,000 ish area. So this one 200,000, that's cool. And this one all the way to 600,000. Sheesh, that's crazy, man. And this has the advantage, we're talking about 500,000. My gosh. Yeah, so if you do activate buffs, obviously it is going to be stronger because these EXQ alone does not have anything built in, so that's why we see a high number. And you guys observe in terms of the arm, like the shoulder pads, and then the the back part of the leg, they're gonna open us over there. So no, it's definitely visually, it's definitely looking really good with that kind of like a golden color effects. So not bad overall. So I'm just gonna quickly alterate them and see what kind of maximum output we can expect. I'm probably not gonna be doing like a back and forth alteration just because you're not really gonna be missing like that much. Except especially the Whisper, you do get a little bit more magazines, so that's always gonna be nice. So I'll be right back after altering them and then try it out in a quick friend battle and see what kind of damage we can dash out. Okay, so I got the setup right here. So all we need to do is click sortie, and then so this right here we are going into a type advantage, S versus P. So let's hop in now. Ideally I do want my buddy here to kind of use that special shot attack so we can just kind of go up our way. So I am gonna see if I can bait it out because it is using just a regular rifle. So there you go, activate that so we can kind of cast that right there, and we did 1.4 roughly about that per shot, and that's crazy, man. We had a lot of burst shot right there, if you guys can see that. But yeah, activate just anything nowadays, you cannot even survive it just because power crab is just a very powerful thing that has been going on for like a long time. This time around, and keep that in mind, that right there, the mega machine gun, that was not boosted in terms of damage because that is a physical. The only thing we got from the limit break was the distance, like the range of it. But now if we do use the Whisper, we should be getting twice as range and twice the damage because it is a beam attack right there. So let's see, gonna go to the same thing, activate my limit break first, and then we are going to bait out the enemy into doing a special shot right there. Thank you. And let's see, what are we doing? 4 million. So right there, we were doing like roughly about 4.2, 4.3 per shot. So is that powerful enough? 8 million in total. But yeah, it's just the nature of this game. They're just not the content where I can even, show you guys how powerful this can be. Unless I do wait into, let's say, the next, I think what I can do next time around, the next multi-mission boss, like it should be coming out later next week, so I should be able to hop back in and then try this. I think I'll actually do that. I think with this whole setup just like that, granted with this and these two EXQ, I think I should comfortably be able to take down the enemy, no problem. Honestly, these two EXQ are just really powerful, especially the Whisper. That thing hits like a truck. 8 million crazy. But with that being said, that is gonna be pretty much it with the new alteration for the F91 Harrison Martin version. This one definitely has a very good alteration. The portrait is good, stats are good, EX skills are good. I don't know what else is not good with this overall unit. So if you guys have the chance, definitely do get a few copies. Either you want to max out the portrait, max out EX skill. Try your best to do that because this unit right here, it is very powerful. And with that said, I'll be catching you all on the next one.